guys, what's up? It's Article. Welcome to my channel where I do art, student, and lifestyle videos. So if you're interested in any of that, head down below and subscribe. I hope you'll have an amazing day, and let's get into it. So I know you can still see the reflection. I promise you, it's not on purpose. This video was supposed to be, I was supposed to film this part, edit this video, and upload it yesterday. But I had my friends over, and by the time that they left, it was like 6:30, 7 p.m. and it was already dark outside. And as you guys know, I don't use artificial lighting for my videos, which I will go back and I will buy ring lights when I go back to London, just so that I have that option, because I will be in the winter there and I don't have the time in the mornings to film, and sometimes it's just easier to film at night. So I'm gonna go get myself like a table ring light, I think, and go from there. But this video was also supposed to go up technically last week according to my schedule. Yes, this is my bullet journal plan with me, and this is for the month of September, and you're not gonna see this in my flip through at the end of the year, but for July and August I haven't really used my bullet journal all that much, and there is a reason for that. So through April and May, I was using my bullet journal a lot because I had submissions approaching, I had things to do. Even in June, I had a few things going on, like I had started to pack and I had to do things and so on and so forth. So I was doing a lot, right? And I was using my bullet journal for that purpose. So once I came home in July and I was at home in August, apart from these, like, so it's not that I don't have work, I do. But I just put myself in sort of vacation mode and I just did not use my bullet journal. And September really needs to be functional for me because I do need to get like a lot of work done. And, you know, I want to pre-film a little bit. I want to get on with my reading. I'm working on this project that I'm doing on the side. I have things to do for my placement year. I have things to do for my first project back in uni. I just have things to do. So I wanted this to be a simpler theme to set up and slightly more functional than my last couple of themes have been. Not that they haven't been functional at all or they've been like super complicated. They haven't. I like not to keep my artwork in my bullet journal too complicated, just because then it feels more like a chore. I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah. And I also wanted to be accessible to everyone. It's like, if you're not an art person or you're not good at drawing or something, these are like simple doodles that you can do on your own in your own time and just keep it simple, right? So yeah, so normally I like to be ahead of the curve with my bullet journal. So I usually post it in the third week before I set up my last week of the month. And last week, so that's why this was supposed to go up last week, but it didn't because I was just feeling like I was just not feeling it. And like I said, I wasn't even using my bullet journal all that much. So yeah, but next week I'm gonna try and keep on schedule and film. I am going to my family's house, and I'm gonna try and sort of pre-film and edit over there because it's easier to edit because I'm just sat down at like a computer and editing. But filming is like, so there's always someone in that. Like in my home, my parents are working and I'm alone, and so I don't feel awkward filming like this. You know, it's not like someone's gonna walk in or someone's gonna hear me filming, and it's just not weird, you know. I feel really awkward when I have this possibility that someone's gonna walk in on me filming. And over there, there's always someone home, and so I just sort of want to pre-film before I go. I have this book that I want to do a review on, but I didn't take notes while I was reading it. And since I just read it, rereading it is just, it's giving me the ache. And so I don't know, we'll see what to do. But yeah, that's all the things that I wanted to say before this video starts. It is a short plan with me because it's only 3 spreads. So I hope you guys like it, and let's get into it. Okay, so to begin, like I have been doing the past couple of plan with me's, I decided to keep it just to 3 spreads, especially because I don't need my budget tracker while I'm home. I'm going back to London in September, but that's going to be at the very end of September, and I literally mean the 24th of September. So I'm not going to need my budget tracker for most of September to begin with. So it will make a comeback in October, but it's just not something I need for this month anyway. So for the first double spread, on the left hand side I have my monthly calendar, which is just the 1-page calendar, which is horizontal, and on the right hand side is just like the cover page, the title page. It just says September. Now here's the thing, I was having trouble picking the theme because I was like, what should I do? Should I do another like back to school theme? But then I was like, I feel like that would become too repetitive, because like, what am I supposed to do in a back to school theme? And so I decided that since autumn starts in September, I would do a more autumn theme. And then I realized I've already done an autumn trees theme, and I did that last year for my November plan with me, which I will link up as well as down if you guys want to go check it out. Obviously any theme can be adapted to any month of the year, but essentially autumn starts in September, so I thought, why not instead do an autumn leaves theme rather than like an autumn trees theme, you know? So this is a little bit more complicated than the autumn trees theme, just because the autumn trees theme, oh my god, I'm saying autumn way too much. The trees theme that I did last November was just lines. It was literally just squiggly lines of color, which is, it's fun and, you know, nice to sometimes just scribble all over a page, but I just wanted this to be a little bit more sort of doodly than that one was. So I decided to do proper close-ups of leaves. Now, whenever I think of autumn leaves, I literally only think of maple leaves, which makes no sense, because except in India, because somehow we don't have an autumn in India, all across the world, the leaves on the trees turn yellow and then brown and then they fall. That is the whole point. That's why it's actually called fall in the US. But I just seem to think of these leaves, which are maple tree leaves, when I think of the yellow orange leaves. So that's what I've done. And I decided, like I said, make it doodly. So I'm giving all of them like this bold black outline. And also let me know down below, guys, if you want to see me do like a mini tutorial on IG as well as on here as like a reel and like a shorts video to how I do this and what my process was each time I make a new doodle in my bullet journal. I've seen Amanda Rachel do this and it works out for her, and I feel like sometimes I say my doodles are simple but they come out looking more complex than maybe it needs to be, especially to someone who is just looking at it on the outside, you know, and isn't an art student. Like, for example, right, like if an art student looked at this, they would literally just say, oh yeah, it's just like 5 diverging lines and then sort of these curves that make up the leaf, and that's it. And yeah, that is what it is, but when I look at it like this, it doesn't seem like that, you know. And even sometimes I get really daunted by doodles that look a lot more complicated than they are. So if you guys want to see these as like slowed down versions in like a shorts video or something, let me know down below. I'd be happy to do that, and it wouldn't take much time for me either, so it'll be cool. Yeah, as for the color, I just decided to have sort of a diverging color in the middle and then a other color on sort of the outside, and I stuck to orange and yellow. These are just Faber-Castell orange and yellow brush pens, which I seem to be using way too much. So much so that I have switched the caps because I just use them together way too much. And actually, once I started doing the first leaves, when I realized I can just do the inside outline with the other color and it'll look just as good. And so that's what I did for the rest of the leaves. Like you can see that after the first leaf, I don't do any of like the shading business. I just sort of outline it. I think it looks cool, especially because the middle is white, so it gives this like weird contrast of it, and it looks nice and it looks like a fall leaf. So yeah, that's what I did. As for the font, I stuck to this like blocky, or at least I tried to stick to this like blocky font for the whole theme, trying to keep it consistent. I didn't really succeed but you know, I'll get better at that. So flipping to the next page is my habit tracker and my food log thing. Here's the thing, I normally do a mood tracker, but I decided not to do one this time because, like I mentioned in the intro, I am just not feeling the bullet journaling right now because, like I said, I'm on vacation mode, or at least my brain is, and it feels a bit weird. So if you look at my July and my August mood trackers, they're basically empty. There are like 5 of them filled, which is sad because the August one was short classes and I would have liked to see the short classes filled up in different colors, but you know, it is what it is. Like, I look at it and I'm just like, oh no. So I decided not to do a mood tracker for September. I'm gonna see if I want to go back to it in October. I probably will, just because when I'm busy like that, I have more of a need to keep track of my moods. But in September, when I'm still sitting at home, I just feel like I should give myself a break from monitoring my moods all the time, because sometimes that can get to be a bit much, even for yourself. I don't know. It gives me some pressure to keep feeling sort of neutral every day, which is not how mental health works. It is not how anybody's emotions work, but it is what it is. Like, I feel the pressure to not color in the tired, the stressed, or the depressed key for my bullet journal, and yeah, that's just not good. So I'm skipping out on the mood tracker for this month, and like I said, I'll probably come back to it in October. As for the habit tracker, I've just stuck to 7. No, it's 8. Sorry. No, I'm right. It's 7. Sorry, 7 of these calendar stamps that I have. You'll see this calendar stamp everywhere. Like, it's just like the easiest thing to buy as well. It's so cheap on Amazon, and yeah, so I use that. I've been using that for a couple of months now, and yeah, it's just good. It is good for me not to have to draw the mini calendars every time. Okay, flipping to the next, last and third spread of this setup is the first week of September, and this is literally next week. I am starting it off with the last 3 days of August, because I do this thing where, depending on if there's more days of August or September, I would like split it up by that. For example, there are 4 days of September in this week, so it comes under the September plan with me. If there were 4 days of August, it would have come under the August plan with me. That's literally how I do it. Like, if there's more days of a certain month in that week, I'll put it in the previous or the next setup, depending on that. So I haven't actually done this like squares layout in a while, so I thought I'd do it again, because I feel like the big sort of 1/4 page day logs, just, I don't know, when it's empty, it just gives me pressure to add more to it and do more in the day, which is not necessarily how it works, because sometimes there are tasks that are a lot more time consuming, like editing this video. So I just stuck to these little boxes. I feel like it gives me a chance to keep myself in check, and that is the week that I'm going to my grandmom's place, so I'm not going to be getting much done anyway. And yeah, so now I'm just drawing in the leaves once again, and that's pretty much the end of this setup. And now for the final flip through. I'm really sorry for the weird shadows and stuff. I'm trying to figure it out. It'll be better in London, I promise. It's just that I don't have the overhead lighting in this house. And yeah. So guys, that was that. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I kept the doodles pretty simple. I want to make them slightly more complicated. I want to involve paint. I haven't actually like properly painted anything in a while. But like I said, I wasn't feeling it. And this was, I have done a similar theme before. I did it in November of last year, and I'm going to link that somewhere, just so if you guys want, you can check it out. It is that was more generic. It was fall trees, and you know, mostly the doodles were trees with like falling leaves and stuff. But like when you picture fall leaves, for some reason I only picture maple leaves that are falling down, and so those are the ones that I drew in large form and not really the tree form of them for this pattern, because I want to do fall, because September is when, not fall, we call it autumn. September is when autumn starts, but I didn't want to do the autumn trees thing again, so here we are doing autumn leaves, and I think it turned out pretty good, and it was pretty easy to do, so I hope you guys liked it. So that was that. So let me know down below, as always, what your September theme is. If you bullet journal, what your September theme is, and if you're following mine, that's amazing. Thank you so much. And if not, whose you are following, because I'd love to check it out. And yeah, so I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, head down below and subscribe and leave a like on the video. And I hope you're having an amazing day. And bye!